What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today I've got some more NBA news to bring you guys. Again, this is some very interesting news. I've been talking about DeMarcus Cousins a little bit, with it also currently being reported that the Miami Heat are interested in him. You know, I definitely go recommend checking out my video on that. But we've actually got some more news recently as well, that the Lakers could look at signing DeMarcus Cousins. Now, this is all being reported by Dave McMahon. I think that's, yeah, McMahon or something like that. But again, this is obviously extremely interesting because for those of you who didn't know, the Lakers actually decided to sign DeMarcus Cousins, but he ended up doing his ACL, I do believe, while actually practicing, in the off-season. It was very unfortunate. He's missed the whole year, and they ended up actually deciding to waive him to free up some roster spots and all of that type of stuff. But he has been actually rehabilitating his knee and doing pretty well, and he's actually been doing that with the Los Angeles Lakers, which has, led a lot of people to believe that he will most likely, re-sign with the LA Lakers, whether it's going to be in the off-season or what it's necessarily going to be. But I honestly think, I said it in the Miami Heat video, I think DeMarcus Cousins should actually sign with the Miami Heat. I think it'd be a way better idea to partner him up with Bam Adebayo, because obviously Bam's been playing a lot of that power forward position, while Myers Leonard has been playing, the 5 a lot. And yeah, they definitely need some big man depth, and I think DeMarcus Cousins would be really good for him, for that team. So I definitely recommend going and checking out that video as well on my channel. But yeah, it's just extremely interesting. I don't honestly see why the Lakers need DeMarcus Cousins at all. Like, why, when they're getting to the playoffs or anything, that they've already, set their team. Like, they've had Anthony Davis and LeBron James play out of their mind this whole season. They've had Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, who's become one of my favorite role players in the NBA, and has absolutely proved he is a jet, and has proved a lot of the haters and doubters wrong this season. While also having Danny Green, who's played pretty good, Dwight Howard, who's been pretty good, and JaVale McGee, and now have recently signed as well Markieff Morris to add to that forward depth, and Dion Waiters, who I think could be a pretty nice, capable scorer if they need some instant offense off the bench, while they also got Kyle Kuzma as well, who provides instant offense off the bench. Now, let's look at their big man rotation real quick. They have Anthony Davis, Dwight Howard, and JaVale McGee as a really nice big three of big man, rotations, with, again, LeBron James also sometimes, defending the power forward position, but as well as Kyle Kuzma. So that's, Kyle Kuzma, Anthony Davis, Dwight Howard, and JaVale McGee. You've got 4 front court players, and also LeBron James can guard power forward as well. Why would they need DeMarcus Cousins? If they were to get DeMarcus Cousins, that would just mean they would have to waive either Quinn Cook or Jared Dudley. But literally, or even that Talon Horton Tucker, I think that's his name. Like, why though? What's the point? Like, you're going into this, you're going to be contending for a championship. DeMarcus Cousins is extremely underdone, and it's not like you necessarily need him. Like I was talking about in the Miami Heat video, they really need a center or a big man front court player, and I think DeMarcus Cousins would be perfect. Yes, he's underdone, but with the role he was playing, I think he'd be able to slightly play some pretty good minutes and actually do pretty well with the Miami Heat. But when it comes to DeMarcus Cousins' case with the Los Angeles Lakers, it doesn't work, in my opinion. They've already got their front court set, and LeBron James knows who he's playing with. He doesn't have any chemistry issues, and he's been absolutely balling with all of these players on his team, and he's been absolutely insane throughout the whole year. And I honestly don't think LeBron is going to want to play with DeMarcus Cousins this season, because LeBron, again, he has the chemistry all figured out. He knows everything. He can trust on all of these players. Like, when the season was starting, there was some concern if he could trust, have some trust with Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Now KCP's turned into one of the best three-point shooters in the league. He's like 40% from 3 or something like that, putting up high efficiency numbers, and in my opinion, is definitely one of the best role-playing shooting guards in the NBA right now. Same with Danny Green. They've got 2 absolute great role players on their roster, so why would they need to add DeMarcus Cousins at all? It's not like they lack front court depth. In fact, they probably have the best front court depth in the NBA right now. I mean, Anthony Davis is probably a top 5 player in the NBA this season. JaVale McGee is a below average center starter, but then you got Dwight Howard, who's above, who's an above average center off the bench, while also Kyle Kuzma, who is a very, very good instant scorer off the bench. Even though I'm not that much of a fan of Kyle Kuzma, I still think Well, yeah, I'm not that much of a fan of Kyle Kuzma this season. I still think he could improve, but again, there's still a lot of stuff he can improve on, and I don't necessarily know if that spot's going to be with the Lakers, but of course, DeMarcus Cousins with the Los Angeles Lakers, it just doesn't make any sense to me. I just don't like it at all, and I honestly think that they should keep that roster spot for, players like Jared Dudley and Quinn Cook. Yes, they haven't done literally like anything for the whole season, but they have been, very good locker room guys, and Quinn Cook is still a really nice role player that can come off the bench if, players like Avery Bradley or Alex Caruso or someone like that actually does get injured. And I wouldn't be surprised if Quinn Cook does play, some, little slimy little minutes, like not very great minutes in the playoffs, but I wouldn't be surprised if maybe a couple of nice role players like, Avery Bradley or Alex Caruso maybe go down a little bit with maybe a one-game ankle problem or something like that, and Quinn Cook is required to play 10 games. Wouldn't be surprised, 10 minutes, sorry. Wouldn't be surprised, but when it comes to Jared Dudley, yes, DeMarcus Cousins is a lot better player than Jared Dudley, but Jared Dudley's not going to play in the playoffs. They definitely have a lot better players than him right now, but that's not his role. Jared Dudley's role isn't to play minutes or play a big amount, scored 40 points in the playoffs or anything like that. His role is to be a very good locker room presence and just, lead the locker room and just build a good chemistry and do all that type of stuff. Or maybe even coaching a little bit and maybe instructing maybe Kyle Kuzma on efforts or what he maybe needs to improve on next. Again, I think Jared Dudley is not the best player out there, but he does have a useful role on a contending team like the Lakers, and there'd just be no point waiving him right now, especially if you've had him throughout the whole season. And yeah, it just doesn't exactly make that much sense to me at all. But obviously when it comes to DeMarcus Cousins, that extra doesn't make any sense to me. They just need to, keep the team that they have right now. They've brought in Avery Bradley and Markieff Morris for a reason. They don't need to bring in anything more or anything too much. The team is set right now, and I think the Lakers are ready to go, and that's why I really don't think they need to sign DeMarcus Cousins, but I definitely think the Heat should sign him, and that's why I recommend you guys going to actually checking out my Miami Heat DeMarcus Cousins video. But anyway, to thank you guys so much for watching this. Definitely let me know your thoughts and opinions on all of this in the comments down below. Don't forget to comment on all of that type of stuff, while also, leave a like, lets me know you guys enjoy the video, and subscribe to the channel for the latest NBA content. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my gaming channel and my IRL/long channels. Links for them will be in the description down below. Definitely go check out my my podcast as well. Links for that will also be in the description down below. And again, I talk about NBA content, AFL content, NFL content, all that type of stuff on there, so links for that will be in the description down below. But as I was saying, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and comment, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.